Hey guys, in today's video, I'm going to share with you one of the greatest trading lessons that I was ever taught. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. If you guys are brand new, thank you for finding the channel. My name is Akil Stokes. I am a Forex trader, a trading coach, and one of the co-founders over at tier1trading.com. In today's video, I wanted to share with you one of the greatest trading lessons that I've ever heard, and it was from one of the all-time greats in our industry, Dr. Brett Steenbarger. Now, if you guys aren't familiar with Dr. Brett Steenbarger, he is a phenomenal trading psychologist. Lots of books. You can see a few behind me. There's Trading Psychology 1.0, 2.0, The Daily Trading Coach. I'm sure there are countless others, but if you are someone that finds themselves having psychological struggles and maybe need to find out the reason why, I definitely recommend checking out his material. It was years ago when I heard a presentation from him, and he talked about the difference between stress and de-stress, and this was really a game-changing moment in my trading career. And what I want to show you in today's video is a conversation that we had in my live trading room, kind of walking through that example. Now, I did cut a little bit of the beginning off. That's going to end up being a podcast episode. I don't want to kind of just bore you with 10 minutes of talking. I want to actually show you some chart movement. But understand that the difference between stress and distress is basically this. Stress is a state. Distress is really an action, right? We kind of think of stress as being something negative, like I'm stressed out, but stress isn't necessarily negative. I actually talked to Dr. Steenbarger before this video, and he mentioned something that really kind of hit home, and you would think as a coach, as an athletic coach as well, I would notice, but whenever we're growing, both mentally and physically, but we'll look at a physical example. When you're in the weight room and you're bench pressing or you're squatting, you're doing pull-ups, and you feel that burn in your arms and your legs, what you're doing is you're putting your muscles under stress, right? It's that same stress that kind of feels bad at the time. It feels sore, you feel noodle-like, but that stress as a result in the future allows your muscles to grow. It allows you to get stronger. We always think about stress as being a bad situation, but you can see it's actually something that we need in order to grow. Distress, however, is a little bit different. That is more of an action. Distress is when we're panicking, when we're in that state of stress, and it causes us to take certain actions, usually certain actions that we don't think about, and usually certain actions that are negative to what we want to accomplish. And again, what I'm going to do in this video is follow up on the Euro-Aussie trade that we talked about in last week's video, show you guys how it kind of changed within the last week or so, and really share with you a story that many of you may be familiar with, and that's kind of the emotional roller coaster that we go through while we're in a trade, waiting for it to either hit targets or hit stops. So I hope you guys enjoy. Before we do, as always, got to ask you this favor, right? We've made the goal on this channel to try and hit 50,000 subscribers by the end of the year, so I need your help. Subscribe if you're brand new and you haven't done so already. If you want to get notified on when these videos come out, make sure that little bell icon is clicked as well. Also, like this video and share it on social media. That's the biggest way to spread the word of what we're doing. There's a lot of great content out there on social media now, and I like to think that we were at the forefront of that and just kind of changing the mindset of what trading really is. It's not like probably one of those commercials you saw before this video where it's like super trader, $1 million in one day, 1995 system. It's hard work, it's grit, it's an investment of time, energy, and a lot of other things as well. But if done correctly, it could be the best thing in earth, and you can live your dream life. So anyway, check out the video, and I'll see you guys at the end. You know how to handle the situation. It's still stressful, but you're no longer in de-stress. Does that make sense? You're not in a panic. When we're in a panic, that's when we make weird emotional decisions. That's when we do stuff like, exit that market. Versus seeing euro yen hover right around my target and being like, man, like I wish we would hit it, but no need to panic. Market's going the opposite direction. I don't need to take my stops out. I don't need to do this. Just let the trade play out. It's a stressful situation, but you're not in de-stress. You're not in panic mode. You're not making any type of brash emotional decision right away and basically screwing yourself. So that's the difference between stress and de-stress. A good example would be this. Let's say you got short. Let's say Ale got short right here at the top because he's awesome. Lower low, lower close at the top, right? Of this initial rising channel, right? Beautiful stop. I'll erase this when we draw it out, right? Let's say Ale's the man, right? Short right here, lower low, lower close, right? As RSI start to dip below that 80 line. Target ones or targets down here. Stops up here. Good risk reward. Would you guys agree? 3-1, 2-1, right? Pretty good risk reward, right? So he's in the trade. Let's measure it off to the side, right? If I was in trading view, I use the market replay. He's in the trade, right? Walk me through the emotions, right? Walk me through the emotions. Again, targets are down. Targets are down here. Stops are up here somewhere, right? Walk me through the emotions, guys. First candle. How's he feeling? He's feeling good. Oh, yeah, I'm feeling good. Yeah, lower low, lower close. What's better than a 20 pip candle in your direction? Feeling great. I'm the man. Woo, woo, right? Little doji candle, right? Still feeling good, right? Maybe a little bit nervous, indecision, but indecision doesn't mean reversal, right? Another doji candle. Now you're like, okay. Let's see some more conviction market. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, lower low, lower close. We're back at it. A little pregnant pause, just like Akil says. We're back at it, right? You're looking at your P&L tick on the side of your chart, right? 162 80s down to 162 37s. You're almost 50 pips, right? Right? You're starting to type up your Twitter. How you're gonna brag on Twitter about it? How should I say? When you're good, right? Starting to think about that type of stuff. Today I made Euro Aussie my what? And then you get a green candle. And you're like, okay, well, not too bad. It's a green candle, but we know because we took the foundation course, right? Is this a negative candle? No, it's a green candle, but it's actually more of a bearish candle, right? Based on how we break down candlestick formations, right? It's a bearish candle. It's green, but who cares about the color? We don't judge. It's a bearish candle. Or at least we can say a very weak bullish candle. So we're not in panic yet. Now, higher high, higher close. Okay, it's okay. Okay, let's come back to previous structure support. Maybe we look on the lower time frame. We see this structure shelf, right? And we're like, okay, it's cool. We're supposed to retrace the structure, right? It happens. Yeah, there we go. That's what I'm talking about, right? Not a very great bearish candle, but it's red, so we convince ourselves that it's good. And doji, indecision, yeah, market's thinking about it. It's gotta flush those bulls out the market. Okay, lower low, lower close. Oh no! What is this, right? Crap. I'm in the negative. I am in the negative, right? I'm in the negative. So a trader that's in distress right now, they probably start panicking a little bit because they were up 50 pips, whoop-de-doo, and now they're back in the negative, right? You're panicking. You're thinking, oh, no. This was just a pullback. Akil said we can be bullish or bearish at the same time. This is just a pullback. This looks like a trend continuation trade. Like, wait, let me see. Akil says strong trends have long extensions, short retracements. Is that a 3D2? Oh, no, it's a 3D2. Crap. That's that Fibonacci failure strategy he talked about. Sheesh. Hands are sweating, you're shaking, blah, blah. Let me send him an email. Hey, Akil, what do you, no, you go, even worse, you go into trading form, right? Because you're a rookie trader. Hey, guys, you're Aussie. Just, what do you think? Bullish, bearish? You bullish, right? Thinking bullish, right? Right? Guys. Hey, guys, bullish, right? 60-minute. Anybody? Any bullet? You do a Twitter poll. Hey guys, Euro Aussie. What do you think about Euro Aussie right now? Please answer the next 5 minutes. Bullish or bearish? And you don't have any followers, so nobody responds. And then even worse, someone responds back, "Oh yeah, bearish for sure," or bullish for sure. Crap. And you guys laugh at this, but I'm able to. Yeah, I'm a fun guy, obviously, but. Like this is personal experience too, right? I may or may not have gone through this as well, right? So you're seeing this, and
Difference between again, rookie trader is like that. Now, someone who's experienced this before, right? Someone who's been in plenty of trades and they know that trades often suck, right? They often take on this emotional roller coaster of being up and being down and basically daring you to get out, right? What's one thing to keep you from being in distress? Maybe you're still stressed. I think I don't like going from negative to positive. No, positive to negative. I'm thinking about Biggie. I don't like going from positive to negative, right? It's a stressful situation. This is money on the line, right? I'm like, man, I don't like losing money. Right? I know us, coaches, we want to act emotionalist. I don't like losing money in anything, right? I think that's natural. But what is one thing to keep me from being in distress? What hasn't happened here? What hasn't happened? It's going to be blatantly obvious when I say it. Yeah. Well, yeah, price hasn't hit your stop loss. But yeah, have we violated structure? Why should I be in distress, right? I know that, okay, if we violate structure, then that's a negative sign. If we don't violate structure, is there any reason to panic? No. And that's the difference between stress and de-stress, right? Both parties, stressful situation, probably not happy, right? The difference is, in example A, where the trader went into de-stress, right? They make that emotional decision. Crap, I'm going to get out for a little bit of a loss. Whew, I got out, guys. I didn't take a full loss. I want to take a little bit, right? You make some type of snap judgment decision when you're in de-stress. You're panicking. Stress is just like, okay, this feels uncomfortable. But, let's just go with it. I've been here before. You know how to handle the situation. Again, the difference between slamming on the brakes while you're skidding on ice versus kind of knowing how to control the car and get yourself out of that situation. Make sense, guys? Is that a good example of it? This is trading. It's an experience and confidence and belief. I did an interview with my buddy Bob still the other day, which I probably have to redo because the audio is horrible. But we had a good conversation about, well, how do you do it initially, right? Akil, you talk all the time about experience, right? Experience will allow you to do it, but there's no way to gain experience until you have gained experience, right? There's always a first time. How do you initially gain that experience? And that's what he was shedding some light on about just mindset and doing it for the first time. Because let me ask you guys this real quick. How many of you guys have been through a drawdown? Raise your hand. Or I guess type in yes because we're not live. If this were live, everyone would be like, yeah! Like, okay, don't be happy about it. But yeah. Would you say, after being through drawdowns, would you say that going through a drawdown is more comfortable now? I'm not saying it's good by any means, but it's more comfortable than your first time when you thought you were sinking to the bottom of the ocean and there was no floor? Yeah, right? That's experience. You've experienced a drawdown before. You've sunk into the bottom of the ocean only to realize, like, hey, there's a floor down here and I can push myself off this floor and jump higher out the ocean, right? So you have belief now. Whenever you're in a drawdown now, you're like, yeah, it stinks, but it doesn't last forever, right? Pain is temporary, like going to the dentist, right? And they stab you in the mouth and you're like, man, this is gonna suck forever. And it hurts, but then you're like, my mouth went numb and I don't feel it anymore. But the question is how do you get to that initial time? That's what I was asking Bob. I said, well, that first time when you don't know that there's a floor, like, how do you gain that experience? And I think that's what's tough with a lot of traders. So I'm going to get that to you guys on a podcast. I'm torn between redoing the interview with better audio or just giving it to you with the bad audio. I don't like doing stuff twice because, my podcast is all about just like in the moment. I literally called him up an hour before. I was like, hey, you want to do a podcast? He was like, yeah, you bet I do. But I think that's something that a lot of traders need to hear because that initial time is tough. Now, after you've been through it, it gets easier. But you got to go through it to have been through it, right? So good example here. Anyway, more stress comes as it bounces back and forth. Emotional roller coaster, good, bad, good, bad, good, bad. I'm good, I'm bad, I'm good, I'm bad. By this point, the trader has probably sabotaged themselves because they were in distress and they've crashed their car. Meanwhile, Ale, who's a professional trader, he stuck with his guns. And what happened, right? His stop was never touched. His targets were hit. Bada boom, bada bing. Difference right there between struggling traders and successful traders. typically has nothing to do, I don't want to say nothing, but very little to do with the actual trading opportunity. I don't think, in general, I don't think people are bad at finding trading opportunities. I think what people are bad at is going through all of this to get to the win. That's what I think people are poor at. I don't think, in general, and there are some traders that are bad. I don't think traders are bad at finding good trading opportunities. But I think being able to go through this up and down to eventually hit here, I think that's where most traders fail. Because most traders would have done one of two things, right? They would have stopped themselves out here, or they would have taken profits early down here. Only to look back later and be like, oh man, I did hit target ones. I'm so great. Yeah, but you didn't make any money off of it. Oh yeah, but next time. And you just do the same thing next time. So anyway, great example of just like the morphing of a trade here on Euro Aussie. Euro dollar, still keep an eye on that breakout. We're going to take, Rodrigo says, agreed, this is my biggest struggle. Yeah, and I think that's the main thing in my opinion. I don't think traders are bad. But this is why we talk about trading psychology being so important. It really is, despite what some other people may say. So,
at the very end of the video, I mentioned that most traders, at least in my opinion, I don't think most traders have a problem finding good trades. And that's something that I've noticed over the years of just working with thousands and thousands of traders across the world. But I also remember a report that I read back in, it might have been 2012, where FXCM actually, they kind of audited all of the trading activity, or there was research done on all the trading activity that they had. And they noticed that the majority of traders won at least 50% of the time. So the majority of the traders, good traders, medium traders, bad traders, if the average trader is winning about 50% of the time, but we all hear the stats about 95% of traders are either break even or failing right away, that tells you something. That tells you that finding quality trading opportunities will either tell you that it's a crapshoot. It's either a 50-50 coin flip, right? That could be it as well. But it also tells you that finding quality trading opportunity isn't the problem, or that traders aren't really bad at finding good trading opportunities. What it tells me is that the problem lies in sticking with it, in not just finding good trading opportunities, but not sabotaging yourself, mainly taking stops and pushing them back. So taking a bigger stop loss than you're supposed to because you're afraid, you don't want to deal with that pain of losing money. Or maybe even taking targets early because you're afraid that price may reverse and that money that you counted to be yours is going to go away. So think about risk management. Think about risk reward the next time you're in a trading situation, because that's probably the missing piece. It's not necessarily that you're bad at what you're doing. It's the risk management portion of it. So anyway, lastly, before you guys leave, I have a favor for you. One of the things that we do on this channel is we try to create a positive environment. It's a place where a lot of traders go to, obviously, but they read the comments and they see like-minded people, and that allows them to really build confidence that, hey, I'm not the only one that sucks. Other traders have been through this before. So if you've ever been through a situation like I mentioned in this video, where you find yourself in a trade and you're going on that emotional roller coaster up and down, and maybe you find yourself taking actions that you're not supposed to, just do me a favor, type a yes in the comment section below. Even better, if you want to explain the situation, that works as well. But I think it'll be cool for our traders to see that, hey, you're not the only one going through this. Many traders have gone through this, and many traders have gone through this and have learned, they've worked on it, they've rebounded, and have gone on to be consistently profitable. And I think that will give confidence that you guys can too. So as always, before you leave, do a few things: like, share, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys next week with another trading video. Until then, plan your trade, trade your plan. Take care.